Hi everyone, today's video will talk about 10 things Honkai Star Rail did better than Genshin. I know the games are different, but they are from the same company, but uh, the gameplay is different, but they are the same fundamental, even from the engine, the UI, and everything else is like al almost the same. So we will just try to compare something that are in both games. So let's get started with the first one, which are the starter rewards. So if you start Genshin from the start, you will notice that Honkai Star Rail has way more starting rewards than Genshin. Genshin also did have really nice rewards in the beginning, but not as Honkai Star Rail. So if you start Genshin late, you won't get anything, to be honest. You will just get all too little of balls to balls if you didn't start from the beginning. But even in the beginning, they didn't give that much balls. I think it was 40 balls, but you still need to reach 50, and that's even in the regular banner, not the not even the limited banner. And there is nothing like the starter banner in Honkai Star Rail when you guarantee your 5 star in the first 50 ball, and you can get a 5-star weapon. That's the problem with Genshin. But here you have a starter beginner banner that will guarantee you a 5-star character, not something else, for your first 50 poll, and you get 20 poll from the pre-registration, and you will get eventually 30 poll. You can get it from your first day in the game, so that's very nice from them, to be honest, in this game. uh, Genshin, they were and they still are greedy about it, and I hope they can change for the better. For the second thing, let's talk about something about the story. I won't compare the story for the games, but for sure, the storytelling in the game is, for me at least, way better than Genshin. The structure of the first arc, I know if you we compare Genshin's Summer arc, that will be different, but if you will compare the first two arc of the games, the storytelling in Mondstadt arc and the first arc in Honkai Star Rail is way better for Honkai Star Rail. I mean, that's for sure that they will learn from their mistakes in Genshin and give us something better in here. But that's really cool to see that they are really improving storytelling in Honkai Star Rail. The very first arc was really amusing and it was very engaging. Not a lot of talking with NPCs that you don't care about. There were some parts in it, like the second arc of Genshin of Liyue, when you start just talking to NPCs and don't really engage in the story. But that's not that much. It was just like an half hour in the second arc, something like that. And let's add another thing for the storytelling, which is the images. I know that's look weird, but I really love the usage of images for storytelling in Honkai Star Rail, like Honkai Impact. Uh, if you don't have a model for something, you just put images, not like Genshin. This just start talking about it, and you have to use your imagination for everything. Imagine the image, imagine this character they are talking about, but here no, they show you at least an image for that thing. I will show you an example for that here in the screen. And now let's talk about another thing. Third thing is the voice. The voice lips signing with the voicing of the character. I'm playing the game in the Japanese because I really didn't like English, to be honest. I played the first hour and a half with English dub, but I really didn't enjoy it. Not like maybe it was more than the same of Genshin when it starts. Dub also was bad in the start of the game, but with time it gets better. But I really didn't enjoy it, so I played it with the uh, GP dub. But the signing the lips with the voice was really good. You can see that the lips stopped when the character stopped talking, and the move when the character talk. This really engaging and not saying the character, seeing the character talk in something, in the lips are moving in another direction. That was a really, something off about Genshin. And while we are talking about the voice acting and the voice in the game, another thing that I really like about the game is the main character has voice line. What a surprise! I mean, have some line, yeah, you feel more engaged with the main character, and you feel that he's more alive, not like silent forever and always silent. That really puts you off, especially with Paimon. And we will talk about that soon. But really the voice for the main character and having him a mature talking with other character really feels different from Genshin when you have Paimon, which is the next thing we're talking about in this video is the existence of Paimon in Genshin. And here there is no Paimon. So just with no Paimon, that's a huge plus for the game because we know how annoying she can be. We really know how annoying she can be, repeating the same thing multiple times, running the story multiple times, and in a huge moment, in a dramatic moment, on Paimon will just start to annoy you with nonsense non-stop. And really that's something I really like about this game. There is not that nonsense in here. Now for the next thing, the standard characters or the standard banner characters, especially the 5 star. Uh, from seeing what the community are saying and even from the upcoming character, you can see that the standard characters or the standard banner characters are really good, especially if you are talking about you have Bronya, which is the best support in the game for now. Wells, which is an amazing uh, first imaginary and the only imaginary character for now, at least, character in the game. And a debuffer, you have Clara, which can be very good for countering and play it safe with March the 7th, or Bilo. I don't think Bilo will live up for it for the long run, but at least she's now useful, but I don't think Bilo will be from the character that will live up for if uh, there is another healer. I think Locho maybe. I don't know, but I don't think she will be that good. Yangshin and Jibart, they are okay. They are not from the amazing character, but at least Bronya Wells, they are there, and the Clara also with them. And from talking about the 5 star standard banner characters, let's talk about the all of the character and the uses for them. Uh, the turn base in this game really make you appreciate all different characters in this game, different elements, different roles. Everything can be useful in this game. Everything can be useful in a way or another. So you have your hunt, your DPS single targets. You have your distraction, the tank that will tank all the hits. You have different characters that can be used and different types, different elements that you will need to use to break the weaknesses. That will lead you to use different characters. The only problem with this is like Genshin, you won't be able to raise all the characters from the start because that's really expensive. But I would like really to use different character, at least not now, but with the game, you know, aging, you will like to use different characters until they are useful, not in a way like Genshin that must the characters. If we exclude, of course, that five standard character which are Shengling and Shinshou, Bennett, and uh, Sucrose. I don't think there are much of a use for force characters in Genshin, so I would really appreciate if things are different here. At least that was it seems like from the start, but we don't know. We will need to play the game enough to decide that. And now let's talk about the ban. So it's not different from Genshin that much, which is really not a good thing because you have your standard limited banner, which is the same as Genshin, the same as it is in Genshin. It's in here as standard banner, the same. You will get everything like the same weapons, characters, which are here, light cones, the same. But the only difference is in here is the light cones. The light cones first, you don't have two light cones, which is really nice. You won't be annoyed from getting a different weapons. And if you didn't play Genshin in the first when it gets released, the weapon banner was way bad than it is right now when you have that star thing. I forget its name, but you will have to lose 50-50 two times to go into your 5 star. But here, nope, it's a 75 chance for to get the 5 star you want, which is this 5 star, the only one it is here. And if you didn't get it, you will guarantee it in the next boss. So and I think it's movable, not like in Genshin. So if you lose your 50-50 here, I think it is movable in the next banner. But don't comment on that. I'm not really sure about that, but I think that's what it is. And the last thing to talk about is the end game. So we all know the end game in Genshin, which is Spiral Abyss, and that's all. But just from the start, I'm really liking the end game in Honkai Star Rail. This you have two different modes. You have the Forgotten Hall, which is the same basically as Genshin. You have 15 floor to complete, and then another 15 floor that shall reset every week or so. I didn't reach that far in the game, so I don't really know. But I that's not the really thing I like about the end game in Star Rail. The simulated universe is the real deal for me in this game. If you play Honkai Impacts, you are sure to be familiar with this mod. It's the same as Realm for the most part, but I really like these mods. The roguelike, uh, crawler. You go check some buffs, it changes some of your gameplay. I really like that. They are really engaging. Uh, you can feel it's different every time from the buff you get, from the path you get, and the rewards are really nice. From here, from the buffs, they are really nice. So I really like this end game. I hope we can improve it even more and make it maybe more like Elysian and Honkai Impact, so you can get a different path resonance. So if you can choose from a residence first bus, you can change it midway, maybe something like this. That will be really nice. And that's it for today's video. That's all things that Honkai Star Rail did better than Genshin in my opinion. If you have different opinions, please uh, post it in the comments. Put a like, subscribe for more Honkai Star Rail content, and see you in another video.